Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So the SMU Mustangs offense takes the field for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Vincent. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack in the 47. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Paulson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And the Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if we're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Still looking on the move. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So Florida State's offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Van Dyke. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future fires into traffic. It's picked off.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Caught behind the line. It's Moon. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Mustangs want to move quickly. Off play action. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Back to pass, it's Vincent. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. So they picked up that last 1st down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Finds his tight end. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level They have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Noles are in the red zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The Warhead on 3rd down at the dope. He lost one down the sideline. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Everett. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play something.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it. And it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. DB's right up on the receivers. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, SMU. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking for space, it's Burns. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Vincent. Oh, he wants it all. Finds a spot in the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Mustangs in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on.
And it's slipped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to pass. It's Everett. Using the quick game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man quickly. And the Noles get enough to move the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Everett. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They want to throw it. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in a shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
Man, that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To throw, it's Vincent. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dome. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
From the gun, running back on the move. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Finds the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Quick completion to the right. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
The Noles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Using his legs, it's Burns. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. And they're
turning it on. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Going to the run, it's Burns. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Everett. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Noles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
A nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Jukes his way for more. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the big fella. and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
To the air, it's Everett. Hauls it in. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a pride. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
With the catch, it's Van Dyke. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. One drive has already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Might as well give it to him again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Everett. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now they'll try the right side. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. The Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. Here's the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to throw, it's Everett. Got it in the middle, it's Van Dyke. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's knocked down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got it, looking for the first down. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on second down. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Everett. A little screen to the running back. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Let's go! The give to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Trying to power it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
29 Philly. Looking to throw, it's Everett. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Across the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
A strike downfield. Just keeps moving. Past the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give and tick, 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 tick. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Scanning the field, it's Everett. Fires downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles are on the move. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Florida State.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Vincent. Gets it to him on the screen. Runs through a tackle. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. The Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Paulson. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hodges. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wide out. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
QB strikes it. No gain on the play. 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it.